welcome to another episode of A Salt and Buttery with Intent to Satisfy. Today we are going to roast garlic. Now, roasted garlic makes it less harsh flavored, and then there's a couple tricks that you can do. You can either stir it into whatever you're making, and I actually prefer the taste of roasted garlic over non-roasted garlic, given a choice in the matter. Sometimes it's not feasible to do that depending on what you're making. Other times it works really well. This works really great for making a wonderful garlic bread. Okay, so I'm going to show you two different ways to do it, and each way is simple. Okay, one requires a little bit more equipment, a specialized item. The other does not. Okay, I started off doing it with the does not, but then because I was able to and had room to store it, I went ahead and got a hold of a garlic roaster. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, we're doing it two different ways. The first way we're doing is the without. Take a piece of heavy-duty aluminum foil, okay, and then fold it in half. You need to fold it in half, otherwise it's not quite heavy duty enough and you end up getting more leakage and burnage and everything. Now you will want to cook it in like a metal pie pan or something like that, okay? Now the next step you do is, you see this head of garlic? Okay, looks awesome. This one, I've already done this step too. So what you do is you take and you basically just rub off all the loose outer paper. Okay, you definitely do want to do this. I know it seems like an unnecessary step, but it works. It also allows you to inspect the garlic, make sure it's good, make sure it hasn't been sitting for too long. It's okay if it started sprouting a little bit. It's not okay if you have like really dark brown spots or anything like that. Okay, like I said, a little bit of green sprouting is fine. Okay, now all this garlic looks good. See? And I could not really see that with all that extra paper over the top of it. So let's brush the paper off into the handy dandy garbage can, or recycling, or for your, anyway, recycling, or what's the word, for your compost heap. Okay, works great for that, no problem, totally organic. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a pair of gloves because garlic is really strong. The smell of it gets on your fingers and sticks for a long time. Now, then what we do is we take a sharp knife, okay, and we're going to cut off the top, okay, the very top of each head. Now this stuff goes bye-bye. Okay, the cut off part goes bye-bye. And can be used in soups and stews, or compost heap, or whatever you want to do with it. Now see how all this is showing, all the little cloves of garlic have the top cut off and you can see into them. That's what we want. Okay. Now onto the foil, and we're going to make a pouch with it. We need to make kind of like a bowl. Okay. Now we're going to sprinkle olive oil. Okay, or you can use vegetable oil of your choice over the top. This might actually taste pretty good with a peanut oil if you wanted to. Now we're almost bathing it in the oil. Okay, that's not a problem. And then close it up, and we want to keep it loose. Okay, not packed tight. Now we're going to use the garlic roaster. Okay, same thing. Cut off the tops. Okay, cut off the top. Oh, missed a couple, see? Okay, that's not good. We have to get those two. So you can either cut the whole thing just a little bit more, or you can just go in and like detail work on it. Okay. Since I only have a couple to do here, I'm just going to do the detail work on them. Okay. Part of the reason we do this is because then it makes it easier to squeeze out the roasted garlic when it's done. Okay. So there we go. Now we take some more olive oil. Once again, another bath of olive oil. Ta-da! Over the top. Ooh, yes. And here's the garlic roaster. Like I said, this can be done without or with. Okay. As I said before, the first time I did it, for several times, I did it like this. Okay, no problem. Then it goes into a 400-degree oven for about 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and slide this into the oven, which is already preheated. And we'll come back in a little bit and show you what's going on. Okay, so like I said, about 40 minutes. I will have all the details as usual in the instructions, and so you can do this. Okay, I really like the flavor of the roasted garlic a lot better than the raw garlic whenever possible. Okay, if you try it, you will see that there is a definite flavor difference. It's a lot less harsh. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, here we have the roasted garlic. And what I need to do now is pull this out. Now, one advantage about the garlic cooker is it's now uncovered. Okay, and I can see the garlic here. Yes, and yes, the oil is very, very hot, so do not touch with the fingers, okay? Now, if you want to, you can cool the garlic, because it is garlic infused now, and use it for something. Works really awesome for, Italian foods and pasta and stuff like that. Now, here we have the one roasted in aluminum foil. And once again, see that nice golden color we have there? This one's came out a little bit overcooked. It happens sometimes. Okay, but once again, we have here a wonderful roasted garlic. And after we let it cool for a little bit, we'll go ahead and let it, after it's cooled for just a little bit, we'll go ahead and squeeze it into another bowl and then mix it with some softened butter and use it as a garlic spread, or you can just squeeze it as it is onto bread or into something. Okay, now let's take a look here. Let's see if this will work for me. Oh yes, this is going to work. Now, you can try to squeeze it all together, but you end up losing quite a bit that way. Okay, or you can try to break out one piece at a time, but that's more time consuming and messier. Okay, now, as you can see, comes out pretty easily. Okay, we don't want the skin. Okay, that part does not taste good. But squishy, 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 squishy. Or we can take a piece and just squeeze it. And it comes right out. And once again, oh, yeah, this one got a little bit burned. So, but even the burn still has some soft stuff inside. So let's get rid of that one and get one that's not burned. Oh, once again, comes right out. Okay, squishy, squishy, squishy. Okay, like I said, can be squeezed directly onto bread or into whatever you're making. Tastes really good. Not as harsh as non-roasted garlic. When I'm making certain things, I prefer to use the roasted garlic. It gives a better flavor, in my opinion. So, once again, this was A Salt and Buttery with Intent to Satisfy, and we just make roasted garlic useful for so many things. So, give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you want to, you can also add a little bit of salt to it when you're roasting it, salt and pepper. Or you can do that later after you've squished it out and you're mixing it together. So have some fun with this. Let me know what you think. Thanks.